Welcome to the Daily Update channel. My name is Joey. This channel is designated to document the process of me going from 0 to 50K per month with a coaching business. I teach creatives how to present themselves online and monetize through content. Essentially, I'm here to talk through my current problems in my business in public so that I can get uncomfortable and show you guys what it really takes. Track my inputs, track my metrics, etc. And then also eventually answer a bunch of questions for the channel to grow and add value to you guys as well if there's questions along the way. For right now, we're on the ground floor, of course, and today was pretty big. At the first couple videos I made, I was like really honing in on the fact that I needed a new setter, and I found one. So uh, his name is Caden. Yeah, Caden. I onboarded him today, and I did like a little bit of a trial with him and like worked through some DM sequences and showing him what I wanted, you know, showing him how I want him to act inside of my DMs. And in case I can't get to all of my DMs, which I can't. I also want him to go back through old leads and like try to ignite some to see whether or not they're good candidates for the program. Because obviously my time is being taken in a lot of different ways. Um, I was on like 4 or 5 calls today. It was a lot. It was a good bit of time just designated to calls and giving out as much value as possible. And then the sales team, there was a call booked today, uh, and the sales they booked it for tomorrow. So I have a potential sale tomorrow, which is great. Um, so yeah, today I really it's like at the end of the day right now. It's 1 a.m. I did not want to jump on here and make a daily update video. I'm gonna be honest. Like it's I love this channel, but I don't even have. Okay, you'll see. So for as far as content goes today, am I even showing my screen? Hold on. Yeah, as far as content goes today, I have not posted a single short form video. I haven't posted the YouTube video, of course. I did some tweets on my walk this morning. I did like a pretty intense, like 40-minute walk on the incline stairs and around the neighborhood. So it felt really good just waking up and blasting into that before all my calls. And then I was using that time to get some good clarity on like what I really wanted. And then I had a really nice story sequence that I just posted about it, about Content Circle just now. But I'll let you read it now. I'll read it with you. So my thought process behind the story post. These are really hard to craft. If you've ever had to do one of these before, it's not easy. Obviously, it's kind of like a mini sales letter. But I mean, obviously, you have to inject some of your personality and some of your stuff in there. So to be honest, I didn't believe that content could actually change my life, which I never have before now. I was just posting to post. I really didn't even know what I was doing it for. Maybe a few likes or maybe getting a painting commission. Maybe I didn't have faith in myself. I don't know. Now that I've surrounded myself with people that are winning in so many ways with brands and growing and following, I understand. Here's some examples. And then here's the next pane. This took me a while to do, obviously. It's like, it feels like such an easy thing and so natural for some creators to do, but like, it really takes a good bit of bandwidth to make these. So in the content circle, a girl actually did end up getting a 3K retainer deal with a brand, which is sick. I think she has like a personal brand about 40K right now, which is sick. I keep saying that. It's sick. But yeah, she's got a fairly large personal brand, and it's fairly new too. So it's not like she's had it for years. She just grew it in the last like 6 months. So a 3K a month retainer just for posting 4 reels per month. That's pretty good. Um, and she's in disbelief. So then I put that, me sipping a drink, whatever. So I'm kind of like, minding my own business kind of thing, sipping the tea. And then another guy, he got his first 2 brand deals today as well. And that was in the wins chat. Content Circle is all about leveling up your content, brand deals, UGC, and personal branding. So like, obviously, if you have a personal brand, you can get some brand deals. If you don't have a personal brand, you have to set up for UGC. I help you build a personal brand in order for you to monetize off of your audience and maybe build your own coaching business or maybe build your own funnels of some kind to a digital product or a physical product. It doesn't matter. So power is in proximity, I said. And then the last pane, posting doesn't have to be losing to the algorithm every day. You can make money while building your personal brand too. And I took a picture, like a picture with my phone, just because I like the quality of it being like kind of like rigid. And I said like go from this to this, this is one of my more viral videos this week. And then Content Circle has 202 active members right now inside of WAP, and that's sick. So swipe up and reply make. because sometimes people don't know you have to swipe up. I do that and then reply make to make it happen. And I think that was clever. So that's the story post for today, and that's my thought process behind it because it does look supernatural. It looks like I just popped this out of nowhere, but it did take a good bit of like energy and time. That's why I haven't really posted a story. It's like almost posting a whole video right there, and effort wise. Either way, let's do some metric tracking. That's some of my favorite parts. I'd love to just like track the numbers, but let's go to the main channel. Not much growth there because I haven't posted anything good in a minute. So 239, 2739 there. So literally just one subscriber on the main channel, and then on the daily we've got 25, so two more, which is nice. And then let's see what about Instagram. Instagram's been cranking recently, so I hit like I said yesterday. You can see I hit 60K yesterday, and like in between, like we're definitely moving and grooving. So now I'm at 60,456. What do you know? 456. Another 230 in a day. That's awesome, especially because there's a lot of people who unfollow in a day as well. Especially when I post stuff like this. Like people think this is like salesy, and it is, and the people unfollow for that. So the fact that I'm still at 230 for the day up, that means that there's probably a good like 40 or 50 people who unfollowed me yesterday or today throughout the 24 hours, which that's pretty exciting. Let's go ahead and go to the TikTok real fast and quickly check thoughts. 6699, not much more. Nice. And then let's check the email list. 2150. Cool. Another nine subscribers. We're definitely trending up. The other day I had like a -2 there, which wasn't ideal, but it's really cool to see it from a bird's eye view and be like, we're trending up. All this effort's working. All of it's doing something. Because it isn't random anymore. Like before, it used to be so random. Like my growth with anything, it felt like very like, whew, thank goodness that happened. Like that was like a one-off thing. Now, like I've been consistently growing like 100 followers a day on Instagram for like almost a year now. It's kind of insane. Like it's not necessarily something that's so random. It's just like okay, like most days I gain about 100 followers or less, like barely ever less, but usually some more. So I like that my following's kind of been very gradual. It's giving me a lot of time to steep people into who I am and see my stories and see my like every 3 months or so like be reintroduced into my scope and see what's going on in my life. And you can tell inside of the DMs when I did a ton of outreach today. I've been trying to rekindle people or find out where like people are dropping off on like DM sequences and things and the automations. Trying to see where like some of my automations do fail and I don't end up sending the guide. I just get their email or something. It's like so annoying. Some of these AI things that I have to deal with, but it's all part of the process. But either way, like yeah, finding out that like someone has opted in like 6 different times in one of these like story CTAs, like they've like said a particular word like in 3 different scenarios, and I still haven't responded to them or made them a client. That's crazy. So that's something I have to fix, and that's why I ended up getting a setter today to solve that hole in the. It's basically like a hole in a boat, and I feel like I'm sinking because I'm not able to patch it up fast enough and get the water out of the boat. That's kind of how it feels, but it's not that scary. It's just like, I mean, obviously you have to make fixes, and um, we're getting there. The setter seems really cool. He seems like a dog. I definitely wanted someone who was going to be maybe even tapping into like follows that seemed very like promising, like someone that was like really needing the help. I don't know. I'm down for whatever outreach methods he wants to do, as long as I'm not really involved in it. I just want to be like hands off. And if someone gets offended in the DMs, I can just apologize or something and be like, "Yo, sorry, that was my setter. Haven't trained him for that." Whatever it was. I don't know. I just think being involved in it is just so anxiety inducing because you want to make sure everything you say is like perfect, and I think just giving like the person some good range of what he can say and what he can't, and letting him run, I think that's the best feeling ever. And I hope it works out with him. I think it will. The other setter, he was just a little bit. He was really good. He just really didn't go above and beyond. He like didn't want to go into the requests. He didn't really. It felt like he wasn't very bought in because there wasn't enough lead flow. But I've had like multiple months of just like straight CTAs without anybody being rekindled or anything. So I have a bunch of older leads that definitely wanted some help back then, and all it takes is just you to retap them. All it takes is for you to retap them. Yep, pretty much. This one's gonna be a little bit more short today because I don't feel like doing any questions, and yeah, basically the whole day was spent in calls, being overly caffeinated, and yeah, just outreaching a ton. So trying to stay in the gym, uh, and just kind of just being disciplined, I guess you could say, in the business, and leveling that up as much as I can every day. I have put a little bit more thought into the school page or like some sort of community that's like low ticket. Something I've been really pondering because I want to do like a launch, but I'm going to Europe in September. So like September 7th through 23rd, I'll be in Europe, and I don't want to do the launch during Europe, but I think like having if you do too quick of a launch, it might be like a little bit. It might throw people off. I might so what I saw some people do is invite your closest friends that are like winners and having like a bunch of different like they're doing really good stuff and having them post a few things like offering like, hey man, can you please come into the community and like obviously like take in what's in the community for a little bit, post some of your wins just have you're having in your life and get this thing like kind of pumped up so that you can start pinning some of those posts and start making the community feel lived in. And then once your first couple students get in there, they start to feel like, wow, I entered a room of like-minded people, and it's actually something I want to be a part of. Instead of it just being like a cold like waiting room, I feel like that's super smart to do. So I think I might just start building that in the background and not necessarily worry about anyone joining it yet. Just like have those things all prepared so that when I do launch, I have like tons of social proof, and it'll feel like there's a bunch of people in there, and it's not like an empty waiting room. Yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Thanks for showing up. I'm like exhausted, and I don't want to make these short videos, but I'm gonna just sit in bed and just try to like crank out some videos before I go to bed. Wish me luck. Peace.